and it is the midnight hour. Welcome everyone, I am Sophie.
And I'm Megan.
So what are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about misconceptions. Misconceptions about us as people and worldwide general misconceptions.
Yeah.
So
I've been researching.
Yeah. First of all, should we say what we've been up to this week?
Yes.
Because I've been on the Ollies.
I know, I missed you.
I've been in Italia, I've been with my family, eating lots of pasta, drinking lots of wine, you know.
I wish I was done the same.
I love to go to Italy, it's like my home from home, I just love being there, it's just everything about
I
it.
still need to go. Like,
Yeah, next time you can come and visit and everything.
I know. So I just feel like something always crops up like all the time. But I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen, yeah.
What have you been up to?
Nothing, I've been working.
Work.
So excited to live such a lovely life. Yeah, but just working. Nothing. Been missing you. Your little jokes and things.
Yeah, what do you know?
I know.
So let's kick it off with, what do you think people's biggest misconception about me would be?
Oh, I'm scared. Like, don't hate me.
I will.
What I find is people that we have the same circle of friends. So me and Meg are like cousins, and we have our little group, and we bother with people outside the group, but it's people that we've known for years.
It's like, you can't sit with us. No, we're just like a tight little bunch.
We're not like, you can't come and sit with us.
No, that's what I mean, we're like a tight little bunch.
But everyone that's like not in our group that you're mates with, we all know, don't we?
Yeah.
So like Sam and stuff, everyone knows each other and stuff.
We're like a group ourselves.
But if I ever come across people, it's mainly work people, and like they don't know you personally because they've never been out with me or whatever else, never met you and things, but they know of you because you've been on like my Instagram and things like that. I think a lot of people like might think that you're like a bit stuck up.
Maybe I'm sorry I asked.
No,
but this is why we, because I get it a lot.
I don't even know why people think that. Like, okay, so let me explain.
Go on.
So when you came to pick me up from work the other week, and I was waiting with my mate, and they were like, you know, so what car does she drive? Is this or whatever? And I was like, well, she's got a Range Rover. And they were like, oh, of course she does. And I was like, what does that mean? Like, I was like, what does that even mean? Full on fumed.
Yeah, cousins always.
I was like, what does that even mean? And he went, well, of course she drives the best car. Like, you've just got to look at it. And I was like, but what does that mean? Like, she's worked hard to get that car. Like, so I think that's like a misconception of you. People think that like you want the best of everything and blah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but I think people think that you've got that personality to go with it, or stuck up, and you won't speak to anyone if they don't have that car or that job or like that high title or whatever, where you are very, very far from that.
The actual opposite.
Like you really are, but once people know you though, they know that because they're like, oh, I didn't realise she'd be like that, or because like, she's so sound and down to earth. Yeah,
I do get that a lot. A lot of people think, like, I meet girls and they'll go, oh my god, I follow you on Instagram, or you know, oh, I've met, like, I've seen
I get that all the time.
No, but I do, and like girls go, didn't think you'd be so sound to talk to.
Yeah,
or,
why
like,
did they say that? Or when I first met you, I didn't think you'd be like, I sort of thought you were a bitch when I first met you.
What type of energy am I like putting off? And even like lads, when you go out with them, they're a bit like, oh, this is not what I was expecting, because I'm a bit of a lad.
Yeah, you are, but that's the best.
I'm like a proper lad. Like, I won't be like sipping and being a lady. I'm more like, hey, pull my finger. Do you know what I mean? That's actually the way that I am.
Vomit out the time. She's not going to talk about that.
Listen, we're not going to talk about that ever again. But you know what? I think like people will be surprised to know that like I literally, I've worked hard, I've got a nice car and all that, but I've worked my booty off because at one point, like a couple of years ago, I was homeless. You know, you can't go further to the ground than that. Do you know what I mean?
But people will never expect that.
No, they wouldn't.
And then obviously when they get to know you, they realise what you are.
And I think that's why I'm so dead set on not judging people, because I know like what, you know, you never know someone's circumstances, you never know what they're up to. And the other thing is, you know, because I do pageants and all that, you know, la 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 la.
Yeah.
So even you before you did pageants, you were a bit like, Is he in pageants, are you?
Was I?
Yeah, you were a bit like,
bitch.
Yeah, if you want to know who the real bitch is, or the real slim bitch, stand up. Yeah. But honestly, by doing them, like, people will have a misconception about pageants that it's a dead bitchy
100%.
environment and
I thought that though.
Yeah, you thought that. But it couldn't be more from the truth. These girls, like, they're so powerful, strong, independent.
They support each other like so much, don't they?
It's a sisterhood. It's actually a sisterhood, and that's what I love about being part of. The first pageant I ever done was in Italy, and it was like totally out of my comfort zone, and I was a bit like, oh, and everyone was a bit of a prinny. That's a Scouse word, isn't it? Like prinny.
Yeah.
And they were all a bit like, yeah. And I just felt so out of place because I was a bit of a lad, and I was just a bit like, oh god.
Yeah.
And I was like trying to walk over heels, and I'd done modelling and stuff, but I was a bit like shaky, and I just felt so out of place. But all the girls like rallied around and made me feel so nice, and I was like, I think I found my niche.
And that's what it is.
And that's what it is. And so now that's what I love to do.
What do you think my misconception is? People have me.
I think people think you sound, but you're not.
Isn't she horrible?
No.
This is why I'm a bitch. It's not I want to deal with.
I don't know, misconception of you is, I think people don't realise how wild you are.
I am not wild.
She's wild. Girls go wild. She's wild. Like, I think people think like you're just like a cute little mummy out all the pictures that you put on your Instagram when you're ratchet as hell.
I know.
You're like, I'll go round to hers and she's like, do you want a cup of tea? And she's twerking in the kitchen, and I'm just like, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
When do I even offer tea? We just drink wine in my house.
Turn up, it's 2 a.m. somewhere.
That is weird. Because do you know why that is though? Like, I have to make the most of like my time with my mate. So you can go to your mate and do whatever. Like 2 o'clock going round to your mate is normal because you've gone to work and whatever, and then that's your day done, do you know what I mean? Where if like you come round to my house at 2 o'clock, I've found a babysitter so we can sit down and have a nice conversation. You know, I've cleaned the house because it was an absolute bomb site before you came round. I'm making the most of it, so if I want that scotch on the rocks at 2 o'clock,
No, but I do think people will look at you and think like, oh, you know, she's like.
Do you think that they think I'm boring? She does.
Not boring, but I think.
God.
I don't think boring.
Saying.
I don't think boring. I think just more like not as outgoing as you are. I don't think. People who don't know you wouldn't give you credit for how good. Like, for example, when Sam met you for the first time, she was like, oh my god, your Sophie's a ball. Yeah. And I was like, I know. And she was like, she should come out with us more. So, this is what I'm saying. Like, people don't realise until they come out with you how much of a wild cat you are.
Yeah. So, I like that though.
Yeah.
I do.
And I think people don't realise, like, people would think that you're quite easygoing, but you're a bit of a diva.
Oh no!
Oh no!
No, what am I don't know.
I'm not a diva.
I'm easy going. It depends.
It depends. As
if you piss me off,
no,
I'm not.
It can be like, honestly, like a house could be on fire and she'll just be sitting there like, I'll finish my cup of tea, then we'll leave. But literally, I could be eating with a mouthful of food and she'd be like, do you want to die today? This is your last day on earth, baby. You better make a good choice. And I'm just like, Jesus, so high strung. So
I know, but I told you, it's those little things that irritate me. But people wouldn't know that though. But maybe people think, I'm like a loose cannon. Like they would just see me explode. Yeah. In like a restaurant, that the person next to me was eating loud, and I'd just literally fire would come out of my head. Yeah. And they must think I'm a psychopath. When really, they could stab me in the back, and I'd be like, I'm alright.
You'd be like, it might be a bit late for work tomorrow, but I'm sure I'll get in at some point. No, and I think people don't realise actually how ambitious you are. Yes. Like, do you know what this girl does? I know. She's got a full-time-ish job, raises a child, looks after the household, got her own podcast that she does every week, got her own radio station. Oh, you're really selling me? Another radio station. Yeah. She's got this YouTube thing. Oh, can I get a hallelujah stand out for the people? But this is what I mean, like people wouldn't realise that. Well, like, people would, like they do now because you put it on your social media. So this is a little bit of a thing, isn't it? people are making their conceptions about from what they see on social media.
That's the worst thing.
I actually bumped into a girl that I seen from school, and she was like, "Oh my god, you're smashing, aren't you, with all your modelling and all this?" And I was like, "Nah." I was like, my mum's just been diagnosed, she's sick, and I hate life at the minute, so my Instagram's showing the wrong vibe. And that's when I thought that I'd be a bit more honest with me posts and that, because people are comparing themselves.
It matters to people,
It does, like they'll look and they'll think that it's all shiny and nice.
Yeah.
But actually nobody's life is like that.
Like my cousin phoned me the other day, and she like really suffers with like mental health and stuff, and it looked like she'd been going out loads and loads like every week, and she phoned me and she was like, "So like, oh, can we meet up, like I'm so down, I literally like don't go out the house." And I was like, "What? Like you look like you're out every single week on Instagram, like this is why I haven't really spoke to you or like reached out to you like in the last couple of weeks, because it looks like you've been busy, and it looks like you've been doing good." No, like I don't go out the house like whatsoever. And she's like, those pictures like seen of me going out and stuff is just what I'm posting from like months ago and that, because I've got,
and it's like people have got to keep up. People have got to keep up with appearances, which is so sad. But maybe we'll do social media as a separate topic.
You know what though,
There's
we
so
do
much to talk about on that.
Even though like we joke around on the show and that though, we are very serious. I like
we get deep, baby.
Yeah, we do. We can be
we
serious.
Get very white deep. Sorry about me.
I would try to be serious for like 2 minutes and look what she does.
Plunge.
So I was looking at top like the most common misconceptions, and I've just seen my lips do that. Anyway, I was looking at the top 10 misconceptions, and I'm gonna wheel a couple off to you and tell me if you think they're true or not, and then I'll tell you if they are or not.
I'm excited. I love a little cheeky game.
So, fortune cookies, where are they from? Where are they from in the world?
I feel like they're gonna be they're from China, but I feel like they're not gonna be.
Yeah, you're right, they're not.
They
were brought to the US from Japan. But that's a misconception that a lot of people have, is that they think they're from China, because obviously you get them in Chinese restaurants.
They always say I'm coming into some money, so where is it?
What did Buddha look like? Buddha.
Don't say he was skinny. Was he skinny?
I knew you were gonna hate this because you said that you like the little Buddha bellies.
I always love the Buddha bellies.
Yeah, well apparently he used to eat like hardly anything and just like sit under lotus trees and
so he's gutted. Like I hate it when people post a fat picture of me and like he said sculptures made of him being fat.
Yeah, like laughing with his legs crossed. I mean that's not what he looks like. I'm absolutely fuming with it, to be honest.
I need to see
I've been sold a lie. Okay, Vikings, their hats, what did they look like?
Well,
what do you think?
Don't say that.
Come on, you like history.
I like history. I love history.
You love going to the museum.
So they've got the horns.
Okay, yeah, well they don't. Vikings did not have horns on their hat.
Well, what did they have?
I don't know. Like, I wasn't there.
I always thought, for me, because if you go to like Comic-Con or things like that, it's got you know, the horns that you can drink out of, and I always thought like they kind of like came off and we could use them to drink out of.
Well, no, apparently it's one of the most misconceptions that they don't
any more like this.
Yeah. So Jesus, who visited him?
Well, he had quite a few visitors. He was popular in the
What were the
saw
three
Jesus.
ones?
The three wise men.
Yeah. So the three kings didn't visit him, apparently?
No, they sent representatives for him.
Oh, you very well educated, Megan. Well done, not just the pretty things. Have you read the Bible?
No, I do read a lot of books, but I feel like it's a lot of propaganda in that Bible.
Okay, what happens when you cut a worm in half?
Oh, it just turns into two worms.
Yeah, well I thought that as well, but again, that's a misconception. It doesn't happen.
What?
Yeah, I thought that. And I believe that they have life.
Have you actually done it? Have you done it? No.
You tested that out,
No, I haven't.
She 100% has.
But I've seen it.
Someone's done that.
You know, like when if my dad's been digging up in the garden and he's gone, oh my god, and he's put the shovel in.
I don't know why, maybe it's because the nerves and things are still going, even though it's been cut in half.
I seen a video this week actually of a huge fish that was in the sea, a poisonous one, and they chopped its head off and they put a can in its mouth and it's still bitter. and a snake.
So that's probably like the nerves and things.
It must be, mustn't it? Like
So
chickens.
yeah, but it doesn't grow into 2 separate worms, and I believe that my whole
Me
life.
too.
But that's all I've got for you on the top 10 misconceptions. I mean, I didn't look at the whole 10 because I couldn't process it very much. Like 4 or 5 was enough for me.
I'm just blown away by Buddha.
I knew you won't be.
I think he's been done by. Like, who decided to make him? This is like the first, like, you know, it's just like when we look in the magazines now and we're tricked into thinking everyone's dead fit and skinny through all like the filters and stuff. This is what they started with Buddha. Buddha started it because he thought being fat and jolly would make him more appealing.
Yeah, or maybe he wasn't the person that made him like that, someone else was years later.
Maybe he put a bit of beef on before he died.
I just can't believe fortune cookies are from China.
Do you believe fortune cookies?
Yeah, we get that eyelash for me, it's really irritating me. Thank you. Thanks.
Anyway.
That's our little moment.
What other misconceptions is that?
I don't know, I don't like that people think you're soft.
I don't like that people think I'm stuffy. Another thing as well, which I've got my t-shirt on today, it says, "This is what a feminist looks like." Feminism is another misconception because people think that feminists are like
Men
haters with long armpit hairs. I mean, check mine, you know, you just never know.
To be honest. Most of the time you do. You do. She does.
No, I'm a lady, honey, I'm a lady.
I remember this one time Megan had the most hairiest armpits and I was like, what is going on with you?
I was growing them
for a wax, and this is where the whole waxing and prep week started for me.
I
actually
to it.
Yeah, and
to pigeons as well.
I know.
Yeah.
You're just like a real like Buddha.
Well,
the belly.
Maybe all the pictures when I'm gone, they'll be stretched out.
Ali, what's the word called where you change your pictures? When you put it on something, yeah.
Distort.
I don't know.
But yeah, so another misconception is about feminists. That people think that they're just going to be man haters.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, I am all about women's rights. I'm thinking that, you know, we should be able to make our own choices.
Yeah.
And that it's important for us to voice our opinions. But it's the most important thing to be able to have a choice. If I choose to be a breadwinner, that's great. If I choose to be a stripper, that's great. If I choose to be a housewife, that's great. But certain sector of feminists think no, feminism is all about being equal, but they are being contradicting because they're taking the choice away from a woman. So why don't we all just let each other have our own choices? Just went on a little bit of a rant there, didn't I?
I was sitting there like, what? Where we at?
It's important to me. I'm actually a member of the Fawcett Society, which is the oldest originating feminism group, so you know.
She just inspires me daily, I'll tell you that right now.
What do you think a misconception about yourself people would think?
I think people think I'm very hard and like stern.
Yeah, but you are the biggest softie. That's a good one actually.
Yeah.
People would think you're a bit hard-faced.
A lot of people do. They think I'm very like hard, cold, like got
but
no heart.
because you cut through it in like we talked about last week, relationships and stuff. You're very like closed off with that. But people will get that impression that you're quite cold.
Yeah.
But she's the most lovely, squishy little baby.
Don't say I'm squishy, come on. Like, don't make me feel like butter. No. But everyone says that to me. But I'm not heartless. I just use my heart less.
Someone's gonna get that tattooed on their arm, aren't they? I use my heart.
Me and Wales next week. Real 2K9.
Misconceptions about Britain then, because I seen a meme that the other day, like people from America or people from outside of the UK, they all expect Britons to be like Downton Abbey, but actually
like
Hugh Grant.
Like Hugh Grant. But,
yeah, I think that's true.
But actually, it's more like Shameless. Most places.
You know,
if you buy me.
You know, like everyone does think. I think everyone outside of the UK does think that we just sit and like have afternoon tea.
Yeah, I mean, I do.
And drink tea like this
scone or
too.
two. Like, I do.
We don't even say scone, we say scone.
I say scone.
No, you do not.
Maybe that's where everybody thinks I'm stuck up.
You do? No, I've never once.
Do you want some sugar with your tea? What misconceptions do people have about Liverpool?
I think the whole Scouse brow thing is crazy.
You used to have Scouse brows though. She did. Oh my god, she had the worst Scouse brows ever.
What is this squishy worst brows?
Squishies and
Cold, orange, yeah. Everyone thinks that we used to be orange with like our face.
See, I think that's more like Essex
now, but like
because we've got better tan now. We don't use St. Moritz, we use Saint-Tropez. We do, don't we? I used the old dark one, which I'm not dark at the minute, but
I think maybe we've got older though yet, so maybe like 18, 19-year-olds still do that and still do have like
no, they don't. I'm gonna minute 18, 19-year-olds like
do have Scouse brows, don't.
No, but they have the makeup done to go on a night out. Where's your like lilac lipstick and pink glitter eyes, love?
Oh my god, yeah. Remember
the skip and the ugly face, it's not fair.
Remember deodorant, right? You know the roller deodorant?
Yeah.
There used to be one with glitter in and you used to put it on your body and you used to put it like down the middle of your shins, on your collarbones, like on your shoulders.
I still put glitter on me though, I love it.
Do you remember that shop that everyone used to shop in when we was like 12, 13 and it's closed down now? No, it's closed down now.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what was it called? Everyone needs to comment with what it's called. It used to be like a girl's clothes shop, Tammy Girl.
Oh
my god.
You know, it was
Tammy
about
Girl.
to go down at the frenzy.
Game change.
if you were going to have your new Tommy Girl.
Tommy collection. If you were having your new Tommy collection. But maybe that was a misconception of like what everyone used to wear back in the day. Maybe only the cool kids used to shop there. I don't know.
Or the uncool ones, depends who went.
I was cool. I'd like to think I was cool.
I wore Lacoste trackies.
I did too. Lacoste trackies. Do you remember them trainees that used to light up, them chippy ones?
I had K-Swiss and the first day I went into school everyone was like, you've got black Adidas on your skin. And I was like, my mum says these are very trendy actually. I went home and I was like, Mum, you've got me black trackies.
I think that's a misconception as well, like what designs you wear. People think whether like you're rich or you're not rich.
I will literally wear Primark, I do not care. I'll spend money on a handbag or something like that if I want to.
Remember Jerry Essex though used to wear like, he used to go for like, did he bring out that whole feeler thing again? You know, the design feeler?
Fliss.
No, feeler. F-I-L-A, feeler. What are you saying, flip? Okay. Feeler to the line.
Yeah, we do feel.
Oh, get off. Anyway.
Oh yeah, I know, Kappa.
The one with Jerry Essex brought a really what we would think was a rubbish make, not very good. You wouldn't have that much money if you bought it. Like it wasn't a top brand.
I know.
And he's brought it back out again because everyone follows his trend. But that was a misconception that if you wore that design, then you didn't have.
It's just like
basically.
Yeah, like Kappa. That is like Kappa.
Kappa maybe.
Yeah.
So anyone that wears Kappa, I am very sorry. We don't judge book by its cover anymore.
No, it's actually big in Italy. People still wear Kappa.
Do you?
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, I just wear what I want to wear. I don't care about it.
But people have misconceptions of it.
Yeah, and I think as well, maybe if people, misconcept me and think that I'm posh, I could wear some black clothes and get away with saying, oh yes, this was true.
I think people would just think you were trying to bring a trend out. If you've done that, you're too far gone now. I mean, you're on exclusive dating apps that you're getting invited to. Catch our show from last week if you want to see that conversation.
Oh god, I'm not.
You're too far gone. You've got girls following you on Instagram that you don't even know. I just come up to you and say, wow, you're actually not what I thought you was in real life.
You're actually not a bit.
There's me sitting in the back eating my breakfast on my own every Saturday.
You get loads of girls messaging you.
I'm just playing like this character of no one loves me. Really, everybody loves me. I was such a.
This is honest to God. This is a misconception that you put out about yourself.
What?
You are like very self-confident. So where's this came from? Yeah, you are. You're like,
I have been.
I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. You do.
The diva comes out. You're right there, you know.
This is recorded, and you've just admitted to being a diva.
Yeah, I can be.
I'm happy with
Sometimes my inner Beyonce comes out, but it's time for Nerve of the Week.
So, seeing as I've been annoyed for the last 3 weeks, what have you been annoyed about this week?
Well,
getting on your nerves.
I've still been ill, and it's really threw my routine out. Like, I'm used to working, and if I don't have like a set routine on a Monday, it just throws me out, like, mentally and physically. And even though you're sick and you just want to spend the whole week in bed, it really annoys me. Like, I couldn't sleep because I was thinking of all the things I had to do and catch up on.
Yes, I get
when
that.
I get better. Like, it was so annoying.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been what's gone on my nerves this week, is
There's not
not
ways
being
that
able
actually,
to
because
do.
when you're not able to do something and you know all your tasks are building up,
And also now I've got to work extra the next 2 weeks
get the coin.
to get, like, to make up for
Yeah.
what I didn't work when I was ill. And it's just like, come on, give me a break. Yeah, that's how
Have
I
a Kit
feel.
Kat.
Oh, you are.
So that's your name of the week. So just to summarise, we've found out our misconceptions about ourselves. Apparently, I'm a very stuck-up posh bitch, and Soph is
Apparently I'm
a boring one,
a pure
a cold-hearted, boring cow. And actually, she's loving queen. Who's full of self-confidence, and she admitted she was a diva. So I mean, like, if anything came from this show, I've got
I want
hard.
you to stir my cup of tea clockwise,
Okay.
anti-clockwise.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Not drinking it.
Oh.
Even though making a nice cup of tea in a minute anyway.
Yeah, I will. Actually, you make the best cups of tea.
Do I?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
See, I really am not boring. I make good cups of tea.
Because you put an Irish, little Irish tea in little.
We have that with our afternoon tea as well.
And
Every day of the week,
scones.
2 o'clock every day. Megan's eating her scones.
Scones, but not with currants in.
Oh,
Not
see, I
about
like
that,
that with the raisins in.
No.
Oh, yes. Okay, do you put the jam on first or the cream to finish up today's show?
Oh, well, I'll tell you what I do actually. I cut it in half. I get a big dollop of cream, the biggest dollop, and then I'll put that on the left side, and then I get a big, massive dollop of jam, and then I put that in, and then I put it together to squish it.
You put it together set like
To get,
this
yeah,
side,
like
so
this.
none's on the top and
Yeah, no, so it's joined in the middle, and then
Okay.
as it's dripping out,
What way do you eat it though?
like
No,
a
I
baker.
know, but do you put it like, if the jam's on this side and the cream's on this side, do you put it this way? So the jam's
Yeah,
on the top?
I'm not
Or do you put it that way so the cream's on the top? This was the question.
Oh, well, the
Don't
cream's on the
confuse
cream's on the top.
Anyone anymore. than
Cream's
what
on
they
the top
already
because
are.
it's the lighter one, isn't it?
Cream's on the top.
What a way to end the show, guys. What a way.
We are back next week with more craziness. I am definitely going to need to scotch on the box after this show.
I'm definitely
You probably are too. I mean, I know it's midnight, but it's never too late to start. So it has been at the midnight hour. Thanks so much. As I said, we are back again next week. I'm Sophie.
And I'm Megan.
Thanks.
Bye.